Hi, I'm just going to come on with a general reading and then I'll do some readings for anybody who comes on. I'm just going to start going live now as well on Instagram and just wait a little bit until some people come on. Hi, my name's Selena Joy, and this is my first time on this page, this platform, which is quite amazing for me. So it's the first day of the month for me, and so I'm really looking forward to connecting with you all. My name's Selena Joy. I'm a psychic medium, and my main thing is cards. I love cards. I use tarot cards, oracle cards, goddess cards, romance angel cards, a little bit of everything. So what I'm going to do first of all today, hello everybody that's coming on. It's so wonderful to connect with you. I hope you can all hear me okay and the connection's pretty good. I'm just going to see if I can actually start to, I can share this video. No. Okay, so what I'm going to do, good evening, everybody. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a general reading for you all and just settle into the moment and ask your angels and your spirit guides to come forward and help guide you towards the card with the message for some guidance that you may need to hear. So I'll just wait, in fact, for a couple of more people to come on so I don't have to repeat that because I can see people coming on. So I'm just going to wait one moment. Okay. Oops. I'm just going to wait one more moment. Okay. Right, it's a little bit quiet for you. I shall speak up a bit. I'm shouting from a long way. Okay, so if you'd all like to can you hear me again? Is that okay? I heard a few people say that my voice was coming over a bit soft. Okay, so I'm going to speak up a little bit. Right, I'm going to ask you all just to take a deep breath. Ask your spirit guides and angels to come forward and guide you towards the card that has a message for you. Okay? A number between 1 and 8, and I'll start off with some tarot card readings first, so tarot cards, okay? So if you'd like to pick the number between 1 and 8. Okay, right. So if you have chosen card number 1, for those that are coming on, you can watch this on the replay. This is a really interesting energy around it right now because it feels like it's sort of saying it's time to really start stepping into your harsher side of yourself. Now, I know a lot of people on here are empaths, and so sometimes it's a little bit difficult to actually say what you want and say what you mean. But this is actually what the card is saying, I feel for you to do right now. It's like, and really listening to what is good for you and putting all the lessons that you've learned into life, because as we go through life we all learn all these spiritual lessons, but sometimes we don't actually act on them. We don't actually do sometimes what's good for us. So I feel that this is all about saying, you know, it's now time for you to step into that energy, say what you mean, and be firm, you know, perhaps be more firm about things. You are going through big period. And I do believe that new things are coming your way, and it's perhaps a time that you try new things. You can see the king, he's putting his foot into the water. So it's like, yeah, just start testing the waters for new things. And the nice thing is you're sitting firmly on a rock and you are protected and the blue sky is coming through. So I feel this card is all sort of saying to you that you're in a really good energy space. It's time to be true to you, start saying what you want. I also believe is sort of saying, send your message clearly out to the universe, because if you're sitting there saying, oh yeah, I want a new job, yeah, but do I deserve it? Oh, with all this that's going on, I'm not going to get it. And it's like, no, send your intention out clear, stand firm in what you want, and go forth, and do it. And I do feel the clouds will open up for you and bring these opportunities in. So it's a very positive card, and I feel these transformations will take place for you, but it does mean you have to send out clear intention and send out, and speak your truth. Okay, so I hope that makes sense for you all that's chosen card number 1. Okay, and we move on to card number 2. Now this is the Page of Pentacles. Right, so right now, it may feel that you're perhaps going a little bit against the tide. You may feel that it's almost like the edge of it, or gotten you a little bit trapped. The net's been around, and it's making perhaps things a little bit slower, or maybe even a little bit harder than they have been. But this energy soon eases up, so it just feels like things have been around, almost trying to slow you down a little bit. The circumstances, the world changes that we're going through right now, the virus and the uncertainty, but this all starts moving for you. So again, this is sort of, but I do feel that this is forever, whatever you want in your life. This is sort of saying, if you keep focused, you keep your eye on the goal, this will lead you towards recognition within your career, and it will take you to your financial goals. But I do feel more than anything, it's saying, even though you're going on a downward dip sometimes, or we may be sort of doing this because that feels like the energy is. I just feel that this card is saying, regardless of the direction you feel you're going into, you are getting what you want. So again, a lot of it is about that clear focus, and don't let anything sort of stop you. That's even though, as I say, you can see that there's sort of a net around trying to slow perhaps us down. Take that in a good way, because maybe slowing down is being able to make us look at things a little bit differently, reassess our goals, look at getting our goals in a different way. Sometimes with the slowing down, and with all the changes that have been on, our goals change, because we think, well, is it so important to me that now, or is it more important, perhaps moving, or perhaps getting a new job and spending more time with the family? So it is sort of saying, definitely have this time to think about what your goals are, and then with this focus, you will get what you want. Okay. Hi, there's loads of people coming on. For the people, I'm at card number 2, so it's now going to be pick a card for number 3 till 8. But if not, you can always watch it in the replay. Okay. So card number 3. Now this feels like a really quite magical moment that's happening in your lifetime. What it feels is that things are really starting to clear for you. Now I feel this is in a personal way, in your energy way, because it does feel like you're starting to find and to value your self-worth. Because it feels, this situation that we have been put in has made a lot of us discover that we're stronger than we are, that we're more capable of what we are, that we're made of different stuff than we thought we are. So I do feel this is all about self-discovery, and the things that you're discovering about yourself are really good. So I do feel this is all about sort of being proud of yourself. Now, for some, it may just mean that, you're managing, you're coping, you're getting out of bed every day, you're managing to deal with the situation that's going on, and that's a really big deal. And there's no comparison, because we're all on this sort of separate journey ourselves. So, but for you, that's great. And so you've got to give yourself a slap on the back, you know, for doing what you're doing. It's their hard time. So it's like, don't be hard on yourself. Give yourself a really are tapping into all this strength and energy that perhaps you didn't know that you had. It's bringing in new opportunities for you. Because now it feels like a lot of energy is cleared. It just feels like you're waking up and thinking, yeah, oh my God, I did that yesterday. I can do that more. I can do that again. I can do even more than I've been doing. So there's a lot of self-recognition, and I feel that there's a lot of pride around. So there's definitely time, you know, a lot more about yourself, and it's a definite time that you can really pat yourself on the back, or just embrace yourself, you know, with this sort of self-love that's around, and realize, you know, this card's get me quite excited, because what it feels like is you're realizing you're magical. You know, we are all part of this universe, we are all spiritually connected, but it's like that energy work that we all do, it's just sort of coming, it's like you've known it for a while, but it's just sort of, oh yeah, I get it. And so it just feels like it's quite a spiritual um, epiphany, or there's just this awakening inside you. So that's a really beautiful card, and it definitely is a card to sort of say, you know, this is your time. Round of applause for yourself. Okay. Now going on to card number 4. Okay, here we have the Queen of Swords. So I've got quite a few swords out for you today to say to you, it's time to look at the situation that you are in and the issues that you're going through with a really logical mind. So sometimes it's very easy to get involved in too many emotions, to worry about everybody else in the situation, which is lovely, because it's lovely to be open and you know, caring and empathic about everyone. But sometimes what you tend to do, or what you can do, is give so much energy away and worry about the effects of your words or actions, that how they're going to affect everyone else, that you don't actually get the things done, or you do some action that's not correct for you. So I feel that the Queen of Swords is coming in today to sort of say to you, you know, from your situation, don't be so emotionally invested, or don't be so emotionally involved in everything that's going on. Try and take a step back and look at the situation a little bit more logically. That may mean that you can sort of bring in the pros and cons of the situations, write down what's best for you, what's best for the situation, and just start looking at it a different way. The Queen of Swords can be quite hard time apart from certain people in your life. Things have changed in your life. I feel that this is also coming in to say to you, sometimes you have to cut things out of your life. You have to do what's good for you. So if you have found that being around certain people has actually made life better for you, then maybe it distance yourself from those friendships that sometimes may not have been in your best interests. Okay, so I'm trying to say that in the nicest way. I don't mean that you have to think, oh yeah, I haven't heard from her for ages, don't want to hear from her. But it's sort of doing it in a way that's perhaps putting you in different boundaries around you that's been needed, and so people aren't taking all of your energy. So I do feel, again, this is a card moving into a lot of a good transformation. But as you can see here, her eyes are sort of starting to open, and the trance is taking place, leading to freedom. So I feel that this is saying, you know, take this time to step back from your emotions so you can see things clearly, begin your spiritual personal transformation that will lead to freedom, and it will have you soaring. So whether that's to do with work situation or emotional partnership situations, that's the advice, just to sort of step back a little bit. Okay, and now we move on Selena Joy. I'm a psychic medium, and what I'm doing here today, it's my first time on here. What I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm doing a general reading from card number 1 to 8. We're on now card number 5. So you've got the choice of number 5 to number 8 left. Okay, so here we have card number 5, and then what I'll do when I've done this reading, I'm going to pull a few oracle cards, and then I'll do some mini readings or card buddy that's on and would like a card. Okay, so first of all, card number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Card number 5. Card number 5. Now this is a lovely card because it's showing that you're coming through a transition. This is talking about, you personally have been on or through a really difficult time. I feel a lot of you have been supporting people, those that have chosen card number 5. It's almost like you've been helping other people, you've been encouraging other people, you've been pulling other people through this difficult time that we've been going through, giving advice, and even work-wise, it feels like you've been putting so much in, and it feels like it's been a very draining time. Now, the good news is it's like you've gone through this transition and you're nearly at the other side. So although you may feel right now that you may be a little bit drained or tired, and it may feel like it just feels like you've got no more fight left in you. What I'm being shown is that you're coming out of the period where you need to fight. Okay, so you've used your strength up, and now it's time to rest a little bit, to take some personal time out to look after yourself instead of looking after everybody else. So time to rest, to distance yourself from others. And I don't mean because by connecting and being on WhatsApp all the time, or listen, or having to give, answer people on WhatsApp or answer emails on social media. It's becoming quite draining. So I feel it's time for you to just have some time out, a bit of quiet time to feed your soul, listening to the music that you want to, listening to meditations, or just dancing it off, whatever feeds your soul. Taking some time to maybe stand in the shower, or on the bath, cleansing all the other excess energies that you've had, and to sort of have a cleansing. And yeah, it just feels like it's time to brush it all off. Okay, but as I say, the good news in this is that you are going through the transition. The worst is over, and there's clear stars coming on, clear skies coming in. So although it has been a difficult transformation or transition, good